Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
If you do not understand white supremacy, what it is, and how it works, everything else that you understand will confuse you.
You know the great master teacher, Neely Fuller Jr. He teaches us that if you don't understand supremacy, what it is, how it works, then everything else that you understand will only confuse you. And there's a lot of confused Negroes out here. Yes, there are. He also teaches us that in the system of global supremacy, if you're classified as black, not if you want to be black, you might be black, you could be black, if you run from being black, no. If your ass is black, there's a certain way you need to operate, certain way you need to move, and a certain way you need to function. It's called being on code. And today, right here, right now, Black AlphaCast, we're going to break down what it's like being on code, how to live on code, and how to stay on code. And when we do it, we're going to do it B1 style, certified black style, all the way to the top. So let's get to it. Let's get on it, because black family, there's only one way to go. And that's all the way to fuck in. Let's get it. All right, B1 family, it's good to have you. We rocking today, and we gonna do what we do best. That's cut through the bullshit and get right to the point. Hey, I started this one off with Neely Fuller Jr., so you know this episode about to be good. Pull up your seat, because between you guys and me, there's too much certified energy in the building. Ain't no way, they can't contain it. So let's set it off. We gonna make the certifieds proud, and we gonna make the haters mad. That's a good day's work. Cause there's so much shit going on right now. I mean, every time you turn around, there's something new, and we gonna cover it all. We gonna basically have like a B1 think tank. We gonna break it down and chop it up like we always do, but we gonna bring it a little extra today, cause there's so many things that need to be addressed, and we gonna address them. There's so many things that need to be spoke about, and we gonna speak on it. And there's so many motherfuckers that need to get regulated, and we gonna regulate them all. All these anti-black politicians, all their first blacks, every motherfucking celebrity, the whole diaspora, anybody whose name is on that smoke list is about to catch that smoke. Straight up. But first, we gonna talk about this anti-black shooting that happened in Buffalo, New York. Damn right we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna go all the way there. Black Alpha Network, new black media. So in other words, uncut, no filters, raw, don't give a fuck. So if you like that real shit, then you in a real place. Salute to the team. Now, this is something that the whole B1 team, the whole certified team has been telling everybody. We've been calling it out. We're living in an anti-black race war, not an anti-minority war, a person of color war, an African-American war. No, an anti-black race war, and it's been going on for 500 years. Certified Black Society, we've been on the front lines. Certified Black Society, we've been the only ones out here 10 toes down, ready for whatever. Everyone else, they've been putting their head in the sand, they've been trying to cover their eyes, cover their ears, because they don't want to see or hear a goddamn thing. But here's the issue. You ain't got to go looking for the problem, because the problem will come looking for you. And that's what they don't understand. All my family out there, we stay ready, so we ain't got to get ready. I'm going to say that one more time, because I know y'all feel me. B1s, we stay ready, so we ain't got to get ready. Before that shit comes here, we going to be waiting on it. That's how we get down, and we've been like this 24/7, 365. I was just on the new Black Media mashup last night, and we were talking about how this was going to be a hot summer, how this was going to be a long summer, but it's still going to be the season of the B1s. That's a fact. So I don't care what they come at us with. I don't care what they do. I don't give a fuck how many race soldiers they send out in society. There's going to be more B1s to match that energy. That is the guarantee. That shit don't change. That's like the sun going to come up in the morning, B1's going to ride. B1's gonna rise. So this isn't gonna be a AlphaCast where I'm sitting here telling everybody, be careful, y'alls, watch your backs, be nice to each other. Fuck that. Stay up, stay ready, stay dangerous. You feel me? That's what you gotta do. Cause this is real out here, but we real right along with it. When shit get popping, we get popping tenfold. You feel me? This is the beauty of being on code. Like Neely Fuller said, when you don't understand this shit, everything else confuses you. We're not confused. We're not confused. We're not living in denial. This isn't cognitive dissonance. We in this motherfucker knowing what it's about. We in this motherfucker understanding race soldiers. We understand the dominant society. That's why everything that's happening right now, we done predicted it. We knew what was gonna happen. Everybody out here knew that this was coming along because we knew it with the last time and the time before that and the time before that. We base shit off of track record. The best indication of future behavior is past behavior. And when you look at that past behavior, it's full of anti-black racism. So don't expect these motherfuckers to wake up tomorrow morning and be friendly all of a sudden. Don't expect these motherfuckers to wake up tomorrow morning and want to come invite you over for breakfast. They ain't inviting your ass for breakfast, lunch, nor dinner. You can't even get a snack. You understand? And that's good. That's how I want it to be. I want that line drawn right in the motherfucking sand. Them over there, we over here. But understand this. On this side, it ain't the coons. It ain't the good troubles. It ain't this all's gonna be better. It ain't to turn the other cheek. It's the all the way to fuck in by any means necessary. Know that.
We have an update on a breaking story we brought you earlier in the newscast. At least 10 people are dead in a mass shooting at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York.
Hi, good evening, Tamara and Jackie. The mass shooting happened around 2:30 this afternoon at a grocery store called Tops Friendly Market, about 3 miles from downtown Buffalo. According to police, the shooter, who is now in custody, is an 18-year-old man. They say he shot 4 people in the parking lot before entering the store. As the community grieves and consoles one another, investigators are figuring out what led an armed man to enter Tops Friendly Market and start shooting.
He was very heavily armed. He had tactical gear. He had a tactical helmet on. He had a camera that he was live streaming what he was doing.
We done all seen this before, saw that before, heard that before. It's the same blueprint, it's the same motherfucking routine. They got a whole blueprint on how to handle these situations. We about to break them all down one by one by one. Oh yeah, everybody getting smoked today. Everybody. Like I said, politicians, celebrities, first blacks, and this motherfucker. We gonna give it all the real talk and we gonna break this shit the fuck down. But let's be real clear, okay? And I made this crystal clear. This is not about forgiveness, unity, bad apples, gun control, Donald Trump, Buffalo strong as a communities. This ain't about settlement checks. It ain't about Ben Crump. It ain't about having a motherfucking dream. It ain't about go vote. It ain't about none of that. It's about one thing and one thing only, and that's an anti-black race war. All right, and anybody who says anything other than that is a goddamn liar. We're gonna put that on the table clear as day, lay that motherfucker out, press it, let the motherfucking world see it. Because this is about anti-black racism. And anybody who says other than that has a fucking agenda. And they do this every single time this shit happens. They say, well, we don't know yet. What could it be? Who should know? Let's find out. These motherfuckers can come out and literally have a manifesto, which this guy had, and they're still saying we don't know yet. This is bullshit. We understand. This is the blueprint. This is the routine. They do this all the time. We don't have to guess. This shit is like watching Netflix. This shit's like watching Roku, Hulu. This is a fucking movie. It plays out. All they do is read off a fucking script. This is highly weird. This is exactly what the fuck they do. They know what time it is. They go into their little trick bag. They go to their drawing board. They say, let's run that same game we ran the last time and the time before that and the time before that. And let's make everybody think that it's everything except for supremacy. That's what they do. They want to use every motherfucking word in the dictionary except for supremacy. They'll skip over that shit. They'll get to the S's. They'll get right next to supremacy, hop over that motherfucker, and end up on sugar. They'll say sugar did this shit. The motherfucker had too much sugar in his diet. Then they have a whole motherfucking news special about the dangers of eating too much sugar and how sugar turns you into a race soldier. Y'all know the game. That's why we sit back and say they're gonna do this, then they do it. We say they're gonna say that, then they say it. We say they're gonna do this, stop, pause, then do that, and they do all that shit. They've been doing this for eons. Go back and look when MLK got assassinated, and I promise you see the same routine. They get on TV and say, why? I'm not lying. They literally talked about James Earl Ray, and they say, why? How did this happen? This is a call for all brothers to stand in arms. They always hit you with the brotherhood routine. I just seen that shit today. They always hit you with the dumbfounded, we don't know what's going on. They always hit you with the, how did this happen? The internet did it. Video games, movies, talk shows, television shows, sports, and now they're saying social media.
Targeting people who simply want to buy groceries in a neighborhood store. It strikes us in our very hearts to know that there's such evil that lurks out there. Yes, I'm here to console the families in a community that is feeling so much pain right now. But mark my words, we'll be aggressive in how there's a feeding frenzy on social media platforms where hate festers more hate. That has to stop.
The situation wasn't even 30 minutes old and they already had people on TV blaming social media for it. Saying he was a good kid, he was just radicalized. You ever notice that they're always radicalized by some outside source, basically letting them off the hook, letting their own upbringing off the hook, letting their own household off the hook, letting their own culture off the hook? It's always got to be someone from the outside did this to my child. When it comes to black people, it's got to be our whole fucking community. It's grandmas, grandpas, what I had for breakfast. It's just the way we are. It's fucking rap music. It's always got to be we did this. That's why we're bad. But for them, it's always got to be someone else did it. And if that other person gets taken care of, then this will all go away. You see the game plan? You never even hear the term radicalized used with anybody else except for the dominant society. You never hear the term radicalized. They make sure that they pump that word over and over and over again. Radicalize, 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 radicalize. They always say that shit. No one else. For us, it's drill music. Look at New York right now. Look at New York right now. That mayor, whatever the fuck, Adams, whatever. He's out there got a whole apparatus against drill music. And he's not saying drill music radicalizes black folks. He's saying drill music is a reflection of black folks. You see, for us, we're a reflection of the violence. For them, they're just innocent people who are radicalized. You don't never hear that term, and they've already rolled that out. Like I said, this situation wasn't even half an hour old, and they was pulling motherfuckers out saying, go ahead and tell everybody it was this. It's the same blueprint, man, and motherfuckers gonna keep going down the same road over and over and over. And the dumb, I don't know what's going on, looking, I'm surprised. You got Negroes on TV crying. How many fucking times is this gonna happen, man? This is the same situation with Charleston, with the Dylan Roof guy. It's the same situation. Every time you see the same game, something happens, people play dumb, black folks cry, we forget about it, and then wait till the next one. B1s, we ain't waiting till the next one. B1s is regulating the next one. That's what it is. Off the strength, all off the strength, off the muscle. Because that's what you got to do. We understand how it is. We understand all the cast of characters, okay? We understand that they're going to get motherfuckers on TV. They're going to get Angela Rye to start crying. They're going to get Van Jones to cry. Van Jones probably somewhere crying right now. Half of the dominant society is going to pretend that they don't like it, but really are going to protect it. The other half of the dominant society is going to excuse it. This is just like a movie, man. It's like watching the motherfucking Titanic. You know how it's going to end. You already know how it's going to end because you've seen it before. Everybody right now, you know what the fuck they were going to say an hour ago, and you know what they're going to say an hour from now. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you already know what they're going to say. Give me your predictions. What do you predict is going to happen? I guarantee whatever you predict is going to happen in this situation will happen. What is it? What's your prediction? I already know my prediction. What's your prediction? I guarantee every single thing that you say that they're going to do, they're going to do it. They have no shame, no motherfucking shame at all. Spineless. They'll just say, man, we're going to run that same routine from 1997. And then they'll just do it. They'll just do it, and motherfuckers go along with it. I seen a guy on TV today talking about, we're tired and we're crying because we're a hurt community. Motherfucker, you may be hurt. Certified Black Society, we ain't nothing hurt on this side. Fuck no, we stronger than ever, as a matter of fact, because we know what time it is, we know what to expect, and we grind hard for ours, brother. We ain't got time to be crying. Ain't no time for tears, homeboy. If you a beta male, a counterfeit, a Pop-Tart, sit your ass down and stay down. There's no room for you at the boss's table. Nah, this one's only made for real ones, like us. We know that they got to put the counterfeits on the front. They want to divert the attention away from the warrior class, because they know us brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods, oh, we handle this shit easy work. They know what we about, so they got to go ahead and say, go ahead and put a coon here and a coonette there. They got to go get the coons and the coonettes instead of the brothers and the sisters, because the brothers and sisters get shit done. But they don't understand, we made for this, we built for this, we crafted for it. I promise you that. So no matter how these situations occur, no matter how many times these situations pop up, y'all already know we was ready for it. Like we said, we called this shit from the get-go. We called it from the jump. We knew it was going to happen. We stayed ready so we don't have to get ready. B1's a certified Black Society. We are the most prepared at all times people you've ever seen. We out here vigilant. We got our eyes wide open. We laser focused. And we don't let nobody fuck with the team. We roll in groups and we roll in packs. We handle this situation the same way we handle our reparations claim. We handle this situation the same way we handle our political tangibles, our resources. Everything that we go for in the political world, the social world, this is the same way we handle this anti-black race war. With B1, certified energy, no compromise. We're going to take what's ours and you're going to get that work if you get out of line. Like I say, they want smoke, we going to barbecue. So all across the board, from A to Z, from 1 to infinity. You cannot knock B1s off our pivot. You can pull out every race soldier you can find. You still gonna get the same results. And what are those results? We gonna win. Why? Because we're on code. And when you're on code, everything falls into place. We always talk about the code and how the code is the leader. And that's the way you have to operate. We've had so many great minds in our community. We still got them right now. I mean, we got black folks from all across the board, every walk of life. And they're on code. And once you're on code, you don't have to sit down and talk. You ain't got to do no fucking job interview. We're not job interviewing out here. We understanding who's on code and who's not. People try to overcomplicate what we got going on. They try to cause confusion about what's going on around us. But we see past all of that shit. Because when you're on code, you know what that shit look like. You know what that shit feel like. You can diagnose it very early. So don't ever let nobody come around and say, what is? All that what is shit, that is just a tactic to knock us off our pivot. I'm telling y'all, you know goddamn well. You got folks out here saying, what's B1? How the fuck can you mess that up? B1, you're fucking up a 2-word statement. Black first, meaning black. First meaning number one, meaning you are black first. You ain't fucked that up. You doing that shit on purpose. All that playing dumb, and we know the dominant society or any minion, they always try to play dumb, they try to play stupid, but we see through their ass, okay? Every second of every fucking hour, we see through you. They always try to put a question mark at the end of what we do. Think about it. You got folks saying, what's B1? They can't get that shit right. People out here saying, what's foundational black American? They can't get that shit right. I had somebody come to me personally and ask me, what's certified black society? As if certified isn't a word, black isn't a word, and society's not a word. I said, put them all three together, motherfucker, there's your answer. But they know goddamn well. They always try to questionize what we do. They always try to make it look like they don't understand. Like we said, playing stupid is their number one tactic. But we know that shit's a motherfucking lie. How do you know it's a lie? Because when it comes to things that are derogatory towards us, or slurs, or myths, or straight up lies about us, then all of a sudden they comprehend it real well then, don't they? Don't they go from playing stupid to playing genius all of a sudden? Now, if it's some shit that empowers us, it's, what are y'all talking about? If it's some shit that downplays us, they got the definition rolled out. Let them say black on black crime, guarantee they know that shit quick. Let them say what's wrong with black people, they know that shit quick. Black incarceration, they'll know that shit quick. The same motherfucker who can't comprehend foundational black and American, the same motherfucker who cannot comprehend certified black in society, the same motherfucker that cannot get 2 words right, black first, be the same motherfucker talking about black crime rate is 9.52 and 7.6 and 4.45. Get the fuck out of here. You and 4.45 can get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody dumb. Don't let nobody play genius when it's bad and then let them play stupid when it's intelligent. Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that shit. That's a game. And we gonna regulate all that like we always motherfucking do. That's what I tell all my people out there. So if you ever encounter somebody and they talking that bullshit, please y'all, check that shit at the door. Check it at the motherfucking door. That's just another tactic. It's a diversion. And remind you, these people don't mind getting in the dirt, getting in the mud to try to bring us down. They'll do anything. It's like, bring FBA down at all costs, by hook or by crook. They'll do all that shit. They'll stoop to the lowest level. They'll bring themselves down if it means they can get a piece of us. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what you call an anti-black war. When you're dealing with an anti-black war, these motherfuckers is locked in. It does not matter. If they gotta sink their own ship to bother FBA, goddamn right, they popping holes in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Think about it. Barack Obama tried to give them healthcare and they said they ain't even want it. They said, fuck it. I'd rather just get sick than get it from a black man. This is what, hey, I'm telling y'all, nothing about anti-black or war is friendly. So anyone running around here thinking this shit is all gravy and it's all friends, and one day, just one day, the oppressor's gonna have a change of heart and he's gonna go from Freddy Krueger to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You out your goddamn mind. And what did Neely Fuller Jr. said? He said, if you do not understand supremacy, how it works and what it is, then everything else will confuse you. So if these folks are not confused, these folks are fools. And both of those answers are bad. So step your goddamn game up if you're lacking. And this is why we stay on code, and this is why we say the code is the leader. The code takes care of all that shit. It takes care of everything. Once you study, whether that's a comprehensive study on your own, whether that's a group study, it does not matter. Whenever or however you attain the knowledge to understand the plight of foundational black Americans, to have that certified soul in you, once you get to that point, everything else is laid out. That's why we spend so much time helping each other, assisting each other. Each one teach one. If we all do a little, then we all do a lot. One hand washes the other. That's why we say the brothers, the sisters, the kings, the queens, the goddess, and the gods. That's why we say that, because every last one of those names is tightly associated with us. Because we are going to be the only ones who stick together, who ride together, who shine together. That is it. That's all. And we teach each other the code. Goddamn right we do. Hell yeah, damn right we teach each other the code. There's things that we can have. We could trade notes. There may be something that I'm slacking on that you may put me on. There may be something that I put you on that you may not have saw. It's okay. It's all love. It's no different than your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, whoever the fuck, your best friend. I don't give a fuck who it is. Anybody that you hold in high regard and that you have respect for, it's okay for them to give you a little note. And that's why we use the term building. We're going to build. We're going to build something with structure, with foundation. And it's going to be real and it's going to be unbreakable. That's what the code is. The code is unbreakable. I mean, we've never lost. I'm on record saying it. The code is undefeated. The code is undefeated. I don't know about anybody else's code. I don't know about the motherfucking diaspora. I know FBA, our code is undefeated. Anytime we've ever been on code, shit gets done. Oh, yes, it does. Trust me, if the code wasn't undefeated, we wouldn't be here. Think about every single thing that has been thrown at us since we've been here. And think about where we are today. Now, would people still be here if they were weak? Would people still be here if they was taking L's left and right? Would people still be here able to function at this high level that we function at? Mind you, that's the same level that's got the whole world trying to be like us, trying to act like us, walk like us, talk like us, duplicate our culture. Every woman on this planet wants to be an FBA sister. All right. Every man on this earth wants to be an FBA brother. And then every man and woman on this earth don't want no real smoke with us face to face. Know that. So with all that said, ain't the code undefeated? The fact that we stand here and I just named off all of those accomplishments and we achieved all that through all the bullshit that we've been through. Oh yeah, fucking right, we undefeated. Goddamn right, and it's gonna stay that way. We don't take no L's. We don't take no L's. And any L that you can point to has been because of the coons and the bootlicks. And guess what? We have names for them. I've told you before. What term do they have for bootlicks and sellouts in Africa? I'll wait. I'm looking at my motherfucking clock. I'm looking because I don't know any. I know terms that they have for us. I know words that they call us. I know slurs that they throw at foundational Black Americans like darts. I know slurs that they call foundational Black Americans in the Caribbean. I'm asking and I'm wondering, what the fuck do they call their own bootlicks and sellouts? What do they call their colonizers over there? I don't know, because they ain't got no code. And very fact that we use the term code, we have to understand nobody else talks like that. Nobody else. I've been around this motherfucking world. I've traveled all out this country. And the one consistency that I see is other people outside of this country, Black folks, melanated folks, they don't have no fucking code. They don't even have a word for the shit. No, I mean any fucking word in their language. And mind you, there's like 100 million fucking different languages. Not one of them motherfuckers got a term for their code. Not one. They don't say code. They don't say B1 certified FBA. They don't say none of that shit. They don't say Black Power. They don't say none of that shit. Fuck no. And I always tell people, if a community does not have a term for code, you can't trust them. If a community, a Black community, by the way, if a Black community does not have a term for their sellouts, for their bootlicks, you can't trust them. That means that shit runs amok. You got to come up with a term to identify the shit before you can expose it. These motherfuckers ain't even got to first base yet. The first step is to identify the problem. Everyone knows that. That's what they tell motherfucking alcoholics. If you want to go to Alcoholic Anonymous, your ass has to admit the problem. The first step of beating the problem is to admit the problem. These motherfuckers ain't even admitted the shit. And you expect that they're going to solve it? So when Dr. Umar Johnson and all these Pan-Africans are running around here telling FBA, oh, drop your own culture and come join us. Oh, quit being FBA, quit being proud of your heritage and your lineage. Put all that shit on pause and come join Africa. For what? To go over there and get rid of our code and have a code that y'all don't have? You out your motherfucking mind. Sorry to tell you, hate to break it to you, that's just what the fuck it is. No hard feelings, just real. What my man Snoop say? I ain't hating, I'm only being real. Well, goddamn it, we the realest. And we're going to stay that way, and we're going to represent what we have because our code is the leader. You have to feel me on this. When we talk about terminologies and being in a position of understanding our plight, being in a position to identify all the backstabbers, the Judases, the decoys, they don't have that. So they're cool with it. Over there These motherfuckers will sell out their whole country for a bag of rubies. Hop on a plane, go to fucking Africa, talk all this shit and make all these dictator laws, hop on the plane and go over to England and bring all their kids over there. That's why all their kids and all their women are European educated. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. That's what you're talking about. The same thing goes on around the world. We could sit here and we could break down every melanated folk in every single fucking hemisphere. But the only ones that truly matter are foundational Black Americans. And I don't say that shit out of anything more than just the motherfucking facts. You want to look at who's keeping the lights on? You want to look at the ones who's holding shit down? You want to look at the ones who've done this all on their own? You want to look at the ones that the whole damn world wants to be like? You're looking at them. You're looking at them. If you're looking our way, then you got the right answer. Because it's us. Certified Black Society. And we're going to keep that all the way real. Be one from day one. Be one from day one. So the code is the leader. And no one else has a code like us. No one's even on our level. They're not on our page. They cannot exist in our presence. Sorry if that hurts motherfuckers' feelings. Then go get you a motherfucking box of Kleenexes and cry me a river. All right, and you can swim back up that motherfucker because we still gonna be right here representing our lineage and representing our heritage. And that's what I want to talk about. And I want to move on to that right now. You know, I done broke all that shit down right there. We're gonna frame that over there. They don't have no code. They're subservient. They're docile. We lead. Our code's undefeated. Everyone knows that as we proceed. So as I got that out the way, let's move on to this point because I really want to make this point right here. And that is lineage based. Everything has to be lineage based. And this is the era that is really, really pushing that. Because before it was like, who are we? What are we? What could we do? African American, people of color. Them days, done. Now it's all about lineage. Lineage over everything. I'm talking about lineage based shirt, lineage based hoodie, hat, shoes, car, house. I don't give a damn. Keep saying it over and over again until they're forced to acknowledge it. Because the more we say something, the more we stick to it, and the more we plant our flag, the more they gotta follow suit. See, when motherfuckers was walking around not saying nothing, that's how they were able to put tags on us. They were naming us. Shit that we never, black folks never asked to be called no fucking African American. Hell no, they made that shit up and they put a name tag on us. And we ripped that motherfucker off. It may have took a long time. Way too motherfucking long. But finally, this era, the B1 era, which I always say right here on the Black Alpha Network, that's what we're all living in. The B1 era, we just started snatching off them name tags everyone was putting on us. And now we start putting our own identification on it. And now they're forced to deal with us. Now they're forced to acknowledge it. Now they're forced to hear it because they ain't got no fucking choice. We coming through the front door. All that seat at the table shit, fuck no. Don't nobody even run with that no more. Once again, that's a disqualifying term. If your ass say, at least we have a seat at the table, representation matters. Let me tell you something. Feel me, family. Feel me, feel me. I know you're gonna agree any goddamn way, but y'all know I like to talk, so I gotta say this shit loud and clear. When you're true to yourself and you are who the fuck you are, that's the only representation that you need. Been doing it for 500 years and it's still undefeated. And we make this shit look good. Real good. When someone says representation matters, that really means they need Zaddy to acknowledge them. We don't need nobody's motherfucking acknowledgement. We acknowledge our goddamn self. We don't need nobody's pat on the head, pat on the back, or pat on the ass. We represent our own shit. And all that representation shit, how far has that gotten anybody? Huh? What? Who? Where? When? Why? They got a first black every week. What is that first black ever accomplished for anyone? They got a first black president, first black vice president, first black secretary of state, first black defense, first black janitor, first black football player, soccer player, basketball player, the first black every goddamn thing. Only thing I care about is the first black reparations check. That's the only first black I give a fuck about. And when we cash that check, it's gonna be because of us any goddamn way. It's not gonna be because of seat at the table. It's not gonna be because representation matters. It's not gonna be because Zaddy patted you on the fucking head and said, here's a nice little spot for you. Fuck no. First black has never accomplished anything. That is just another bullshit term that we are exposing. It's another bullshit term that we are running off the block. And it is another bullshit term that we are throwing on the corner like it's trash day. And they're gonna pile that shit up and get it the fuck up out of here. Oh yeah, hey, when we say we G-check, when we say we race regulate, we're out here not just regulating people. We out here regulating terms. You know we on code when we out here regulating slogans. Slogans can get it too. Not only can the coons get it, the Sambos get it, we regulating the words that the coons and the Sambos use. How many terms that they used to use aren't even in circulation no more? That's the thing about this era, I'm telling you. We took all of our terms and we replaced all their bullshit terms. We stripped away all the African Americans, we gave foundational black Americans. We got rid of you love who you love and we put black love. We got rid of representation matters and we said cut the fucking check. We got rid of vote blue no matter who and we said no reparations, no vote. Should I proceed? Shall I continue? We could be here for days. All we did was got rid of every dry ass relationship and every dry ass term that did not contribute anything to our empowerment. We swept that shit up in the dustpan and threw it out the fucking window. And we replaced it with empowerment. Yes, we got rid of cowardness and replaced it with empowerment. And now look at everything. Look around you. Look how we functioning right here. This is why the code is the leader. This is why we're on code. My new slogan, and I say it like this, and this goes for the whole family. I said, I'm on code, she's on code, we on code. And if you a sister, you can say, I'm on code, he's on code, we on code. Either way, we all on code. And that's the motherfucking game. And I love being the B1, and I love being a foundational black American. I love being certified. I love all of y'all. I love everything we got going right now. Let's keep this thing pushing. Because when we are on our game, everyone in the world bows down. And they doing it now. That's why they can't see us eye to eye. Because they bowing. They bowing. If they ain't busy running, if they ain't busy sweating bricks, then their asses is bowing down. That's the only options they got. I've said it before, they gonna give it up or they gonna get that shit took. That's where it all starts. That's where it all starts. You gotta have that day one code. You know what I'm saying? You can't just show up to class 5 hours late and think you know what's going on. That's being confused. That's being twisted. And this is why B1s, we're ahead of everybody. We're ahead of the curve. We see these situations. Going back to the situation in Buffalo, we seen this shit play out all the time. We know every single thing that they're going to do. We know every single move they make before they make the motherfuckers. I told you, being on code is a cheat code, man. You go straight to the top. No stop. You go straight to the motherfucking winner circle. We live in the winner circle. All we do is get W's and hand out L's. That's our game, and that's our game plan. You notice how we take this anti-black war very serious? Very serious. Amongst ourselves, we break this down. Amongst ourselves, we're always speaking about how we can get black empowerment. How we can replace a system of supremacy with a system of justice. This is what we live day to day. These folks ain't doing that. These folks ain't doing that. They running out here thinking about every other motherfucking thing. They having bullshit gender wars. They having petty back and forth. They're going nowhere fast. We on the fast track. You see the difference? They're going nowhere fast and we're on the fast track. They hate these situations because these situations bring back to light what the real issue is. But guess what? We never deviated from the real issue. When we out here pulling paperwork, when we snatching folks up and running them off the block, we're doing this so we can focus on the dominant society. Because these people are just distractions and distractors from us handling our business. And our business is getting what's ours. Everything that's owed to us, every dollar, every dime. And if some race soldiers got to get handled in the process, we're going to handle them. I mean, look at the clear distinction between on code and off code. The people who are in the know versus the people who are in denial. We don't handle these situations like them.
What message do you have for the loved ones of the victims tonight?
But that we are here for them. We are here for them. And we love them. And we'll let them know if it takes being here all night, we will be. We are here for each and every one of them. We show that we care for them and they are somebody. And we want to make sure that they are remembered, whatever we can do. As a Buffalo Peacemaker, Buffalo Fathers, grassroots organizations that have been here, since earlier today, just hugging people, loving on people, and letting them know that whatever they need, we are here for them.
Lenny, thank you so much, and I am so sorry for your loss. I can't even begin to imagine.
Can I hug you?
Of course.
I mean, I want to hug you. I just want to hug you. I just want to hug you because that's what we need.
Yes.
We just need hugs.
We need hugs. Yes, we do. We need to come together right now more than anything.
And you know what I mean? It's from all over the city, we need to come together and hug one another.
Yes.
And I can see us out here for the next 2 or 3 days, just being out here praying for one another, hugging one another, showing love and support, and finding out whatever resources that we have and that they need. We want to make sure that we get it to them.
What the fuck? Did y'all hear that? This man thinks he's gonna hug his way out of supremacy. He thinks he's going to hug his way out of an anti-black race war. This is how warped these people's minds are. So when we start talking about these coons and these bootlicks being the lowest of the low, that's what I'm talking about. This man is in the middle of an anti-black race war and he's talking about hugging people. Do you think any of our soldiers would have went to Vietnam and say we're just gonna go hug them? Do you think any of our soldiers would have went to Iraq or Afghanistan? You think they hugging in the Ukraine right now? And this brother talking about hugging. And you could tell the lady didn't even want to hug him. She was like, what the fuck is he talking about? But at the same time, she's happy. You know why she's happy? Because she knows she got people like him right where they want them. Do anything you want to these folks, harm them in grocery stores, churches, on the block, at school, and they'll still give you a big old hug. Get the fuck out of here. He said we're going to be here for weeks hugging. Now you're going to be here for your life cooning. Sit your ass down. I'm making my first nomination for Coon of the Year. Somebody find that man, write his motherfucking name down, and we need to nominate him. He's Coon of, that might be the Coon of the century so far. I don't know. It's between him and fucking Clyburn. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Fuck out of here. We ain't shed no motherfucking tears. Alright, we ain't cried one motherfucking teardrop. We out here vigilant, we out here locked, we out here focused. Our eyes is open on everything. We don't trust no fucking body. You come around B1s, we gonna see you from a mile away. They not doing that. All they wanna do is cry about supremacy, beg supremacy, and then go vote Democrat when the Democrats tell them to do it. And by the way, don't Biden's America look like the same old America? Doesn't it? Now, off the backs of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Rashard Brooks, Ahmaud Arbery, off the backs of all them, they elected Joe Biden and said he was going to get this shit better because Trump is gone. And look at Buffalo, New York. As a matter of fact, let's talk about Mr. Jim Crow. Other communities got executive orders on one day. They got hate crime protections on one day. Other communities got cash payments on one day. Only thing that happened to them was name calling. And Joe Biden ran to his office, sat down, he pulled out a fucking Sharpie, a pen, a color pencil, a crayon, wrote him a fucking executive protection in every color. They got an executive hate crime protection written in turquoise. And black folks ain't get nothing. As a matter of fact, we wanted real tangible laws. They came up with bullshit laws like the George Floyd Act, and they can't even pass the bullshit laws for black people. It's one thing that they can't pass certified laws for certified blacks. They're not even passing the fucking Black Lives Matter laws. The bullshit laws that don't mean nothing ain't even getting passed. Joe Biden said, I'm not gonna do the real laws. I'm not even gonna give y'all the fake laws. But these other groups, they gonna get laws passed, money handed out, allowances, stimulus checks. We're gonna give them y'all reparations. Oh, and by the way, the situation in Buffalo, I'm not gonna talk about it. But everybody else, I'm gonna fly the fucking flag at half staff. I'm gonna call an emergency meeting, and I'm going to set up a hotline. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? The other communities got hotlines set up for them. They said we're going to have an expedient process that if any claim of hate towards this group goes straight to the authorities. Black folks still ain't got nothing. And gave them motherfucking 93% of their damn vote. Sat outside in the rain and the cold. Yeah, the same people who did that, gone. Don't see them, do you? They hiding. Them motherfuckers is MIA. I literally just seen somebody on TV today blaming Donald Trump. Oh, and by the way, the race soldier, the 18-year-old, whatever the fuck his name is in Buffalo, his father is a Joe Biden supporter. Yep, not MAGA. Nope, not Make America Great Again. Nope, Joe Biden supporter. That's a registered Democrat. It lets you know, left, right, up, down, still supremacy. And you run from one plantation to the next plantation, your ass is still on the plantation. So while everybody else is getting all these executive laws, black folks ain't getting nothing. And we're sitting back watching everyone else being taken care of while black folks are being mowed down in grocery stores. Not to mention at their own homes while they're sleeping. Not to mention when they go to church. Not to mention getting pulled over for a broken taillight. Need I say more? It ain't no motherfucking secret. We all know that this is an anti-black race war. And the very fact that anybody is walking around here talking around that shit lets you know that they're supremacists. You see them on TV right now. Remember, all supremacists have a job to do. You have the ones who got to just overtly do it, and then you got the ones who got to do it covert. You see the ones, I just seen like 7 motherfuckers that I seen 7 years ago on TV pulling that, what's going on, we don't understand it. See, when someone acts surprised, that's just an excuse. Surprise basically means this isn't normal. Surprise means this isn't something we're used to. So every time there's an attack on black folks, they try to play surprise. You know there's nothing surprising about an anti-black race war. I mean, it's older than every living human being on the planet. There's not one human being on this planet that's older than anti-black racism. So you're not surprised. You're just trying to act like you're surprised so you can make this shit look like it's not normal. Anti-black racism is as American as apple pie. These race soldiers mowing black people down, that's as American as apple pie. This guy is no different than Dylan Roof. Look at them. They're both like 18-something years old. They're both dusty as fuck. They both wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight, and they both went and targeted innocent black people. And I remember when that situation happened, what they do. They did the same supremacist routine. They talked about it for 2 days. Black folks cried, prayed. The dominant society made excuses, acted surprised, and then they went on talking about the Kardashians. They're going to talk about this shit for a few weeks, and everybody's going to move on, except for us. Because we're going to be out here laser focused and locked in. All gas, no brakes, no days off. That's what it is when you're on code. The code isn't leader. Certified black society, we don't take no breaks from supremacy. Because supremacy don't take no breaks from us. So while these motherfuckers play that everything done got better, or the Democrats is gonna save the day, we don't play none of that shit. Only thing we do is we go out there and we take care of ours. And that's what I want all you guys to do. I want everybody to ride. I want everybody to stand up, hold each other down. This is gonna be a long, hot summer. We all know it. We all feel it. And through this summer, we're gonna have to lean on the team. We're gonna have to lean on the family, man. You guys stay moving. All my sisters, y'all moving packs with a bunch of riders. All my brothers, y'all take care of the sisters, and we all take care of the whole motherfucking team. That's how we do it. Always be aware of your surroundings, watch who's around you, and be careful who you hang with. That's what you gotta do. I know y'all B1s, y'all already on it, but like I said, man, we gotta stick together and we gotta push this thing together. We all do a little, we all do a lot, and we all we got. And above all, we gotta take care of these kids. That's the main thing, because remember, and I say this clearly, in the system of supremacy, there's no such thing as a black child. A black child is classified and designated as an adult. A black woman is classified and designated as a man. They don't see childhood, they don't see womanhood. Only thing they see us as is a big threat. They don't take time putting us in categories. What Tariq saying, OBN, one big, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's exactly how they see us. That's exactly how the fuck they see us. But that's cool. They can see us however the fuck they want, but let them know we see them. I mean, they were acting like they didn't know what this man was doing. This guy live streamed it. He knew what it was all about. You're seeing generation after generation. It don't matter how old you are. Remember back in the day when they said, if the old generation just went away, it'd get better. And these guys is out here 18 years old, 15 years old. Y'all seen the video with the little W boy beating on them black folks' door with a whip? I told y'all, supremacy is their first love. They start practicing this shit in preschool. Then they grow up to be this guy like this Buffalo race bum. That's how it plays out. That's how it happens. And look what they do. Look how they hide it. They have in news conferences for 30, 40 minutes straight and never even use the word black one time. They never say supremacy and they never say black. They'll sit there and talk about the issue and they'll say, yeah, that, they, them, and never say black, because they, just like everyone else, does not want to focus on this being an anti-black race war. But guess what? We know it's an anti-black race war and we ready for it. But that's it right there. So we in the anti-black race war, but you got a whole gang of other people coming at us. And you got a lot being thrown at us from different directions. You have these race soldiers out here in the streets. You got these politicians who facilitate it. You got all these people coming from different aspects, trying to knock foundational black Americans off their pivot. And like I said, we're going to get to them all. Oh yeah, on this episode right here, everybody's going to get that G-check. We're going to go down this list. So we start here and we're going to keep on rocking. Like I said, there's a lot of names that want that smoke, and we're going to hand it all out to them. But yeah, we got a lot of certified energy right here tonight, man. I salute y'all. I hope everybody's doing good, man. We good. We on game, man, so this shit is lovely. Very lovely. This is the privilege of being on code. This is the glory of being on code. When you're on code, you can talk like this. When you're on code, you can move like this. When you're on code, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's these coons and these bow downs that have no choice. They're the ones who got to kiss ass and chase after Zaddy all day long. We ain't got to do none of that. That's why they resent us. Oh yeah, that's why they have so much disdain and detest for us. Because they live a life of kissing ass. We're all B1 and we free spirits. And the ass kisser's always gonna have a problem with the free spirit, because the free spirit writes his own destiny. Theirs is already written. We already know what their destiny is. We already know what it is. What is a coon's destiny anyway? I mean, you don't have to sit here and guess. We all know a coon's lifestyle. We all know a coon's end game. There's no retirement for cooning. A coon lives, serves master, disappears, and then the next coon comes, and they're not remembered. They're not remembered. Nobody remembers coons at all. Their energy is gone. Poof, out the door. No one gives a damn. They literally live a worthless life. That's what it is, but that's what they signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Over here on the B1 side, we make impacts. I listen to Malcolm X all the time. Neely Fuller Jr., I was just talking about him. Huey P. Newton, Assata Shakur. I was just listening to her last night. Tupac Shakur, I was just listening to him last night. And these are just the people who are known on the mainstream level. It could be your aunt or your uncle. It could be your grandparent. It could be the old FBAs from back in the day. It doesn't matter. All of their energy lives through us. That's what we call certified energy. You guys heard me use that term before, huh? You heard me say that, ain't you? Certified energy. Certified energy, what is that? That's the energy that all of our ancestors, all of our pillars, all of the great ones have left for us. And now we're living it. And now we're permeating that energy throughout the whole damn world. And it's like a shockwave. It's like a shockwave and it's knocking down everything. That's why our impact, Foundational Black Americans, our impact is being felt in places that some of us haven't even been. We already know how far and how fast our culture travels. Now our influence, now our ideas, now our thoughts, now our actions, now our work is being felt all over the world, y'all. You already know I said it. The guy in the Ukraine right now is talking about Martin Luther King. Look at the people right now in the Caribbean. And hey, salute to our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean who are on code. That's why I use the term certified black. FBA, that is your lineage. B1 is your mentality. But certified black is your soul. Anybody can have it. So our brothers and sisters who are on game outside of these 50 states, I salute you. I had a brother call in to my Twitter space, 2 of them. He said, listen, I'm with y'all B1s. He said B1. B1, I'm talking about, I'm doing a Twitter space. At the time, I'm in the state of Georgia, okay, in the deep South. I'm in South Georgia, you feel me? And I'm on the phone with a guy from Ghana, and I shoot him a B1, and he shot me back a B1. And he said, I don't rock with none of these guys out here calling y'all Katas. I don't rock with none of these people getting in the way. As a matter of fact, he told me personally, he said he didn't think it was correct that he could come to the United States and they would refer to him as an African American. He said, when you guys are really foundationals and you built that country. Yes, he did. Anybody who was listening to that Twitter space, I know some of y'all probably heard it. That's exactly what that brother said. That's exactly what he said. And he made sure he went out of his way to show us love. And I shot him the biggest B1 ever. And I told everybody, that B1 I sent flew over the fucking ocean. All the way over there, because I represent anybody who's down and I represent anybody who's certified. So that right there was highly appreciated, and that goes to our brothers over there in the continent. That goes to our brothers right here, anywhere in the diaspora. If you be one and you're on code, that's what's up. As a matter of fact, I got it right here. This is how real black alpha men are supposed to communicate with each other. Ain't no hating, ain't no fussing, ain't no bickering, none of that petty shit. Just real men connecting on the B1 level. Because when you're B1, that goes across this whole goddamn planet. And this clip right here is going to be an example of how you're supposed to get down.
All right, thank you, brother. I'm Andy from Ghana. I'm in Accra right now. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly. Go ahead, brother.
All right, thank you. All right, so I also believe that Pan-Africanism is dead. And I believe Kwame Nkrumah would say the same thing. Now, he's, rest in peace. He's not here to debunk what I'm saying, but from what he did, we are doing the exact opposite. What I mean is he was building, he was helping other African countries also gain independence. He gave Ghana the first independence, started funding and training other Africans what he picked up from the Americans and from Marcus Garvey. So, he had Malcolm X and Martin Luther. No, he had Malcolm X in Ghana at some point. And so, anyway, so that's my stance on Pan-Africanism. I think we can do better. And also, I was in the live room with Afro Elite, and even Mel came in later. I don't think they allowed him to speak, which was not good. And then finally, FBA is a lineage. I totally understand, and I believe that my African brothers and sisters do as well. They're just playing mind games with you guys. And, it's just messed up to see that kind of nonsense. Because, see, when I was growing up, I've never been to America before. But I thought to myself, if I travel to America, I become an African American immediately. That doesn't sound fair to. It seems like they are more American. Why should they share? Like, why should I immediately share with them their privileges? All right, real quick. And I believe this is the millennium of the black man. This is the century of the FBA. That's what I have to say, man.
Hey, much respect to you, Brother Andy. Much respect. Everybody understand that. When you be one, all that other shit don't matter. So all them lies that the motherfuckers try to come up with, it don't mean nothing. We salute you, Brother Andy. All the way from over here on the west side of things, we salute you all the way over there, brother. You stay B1. That's a fact, man.
Yes, sir. Peace and love.
Hey, that B1 right there just went over the ocean, so don't let nobody try to co-opt that word. That that right there, that conversation right there, prove what that meant.
Exactly. We got soldiers all over the damn world. But leave it up to the other group. We can't have soldiers all over the world. We got to deny the soldiers. I got soldiers worldwide. From the east to the west coast, from Africa to Brazil, anywhere I go. If you be one, you my brother.
Hey, I'm gonna let King Avatar talk real quick. I just want to see what you want, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. It's great to be here and then listen to great minds talk about Africa, talk about Pan-Africanism, and you guys are all heroes. Rich, Black Alpha team, and everyone. You've spoken really well about Africa, and I'm proud of you guys because you're representing African heritage. Freeman, I see you. You guys are really good here. I was just surfing through the Twitter, and then I bumped into you, and then listening to everything you guys are saying is fantastic. Because we need to let the African voice come out to the world, and we need to own our place, and we need to start taking our place, because these white guys are trying to take our history away from us, because they know we have a bold history, a very huge history, and we're not going to let that happen. We're going to stick to ourselves as Africa, stop the backstabbing, and then take our place in the world. That's my contribution for now.
All right, I guess that's commendable. Hey, so hold on, before I let you go, brother, you saying that you be one and you stand next to all black people on the planet, right?
Yeah, very well. I just say that in my own.
Where you from in Africa?
I'm from Nigeria.
All right, represent. Make sure you let every real one in Nigeria know that we real as long as you real with us, and as long as we stand together, we can stand for everything. You feel me?
King, do you stand next to the Akados too?
What did you say?
I said, do you stand next to the Akados too?
Nah.
All right, I'm just checking.
Hey, let me tell you, King, we got a long history over here on this side. We regulate people who are off code, and if you're true, I want you to do the same thing and regulate people who are off code on your side. If you regulate everybody on your side, we regulate everybody on our side. We can step to the truth. You feel me?
I feel you, brother.
Yes, indeed. That means, ladies and gentlemen, we had two people call in from Africa, and they was talking a different tale than them other people. So it lets you know, if you truly be one and you truly got that mentality, that crosses county lines, state lines, country lines, that goes over the ocean. Your FBA, your heritage, your lineage is where you are, where you stand, where your people come from, but the B1 is a mentality that you take in. True story, real testimony. You guys all heard it right there. You see how it was real respect, and how B1 crosses all lines. B1 goes all over this fucking earth. The problem with everybody else is they're stuck in their own little spots. They can't move. They don't think no further than that street sign. Us B1s, we got a whole army out here. And it's all about showing respect and being real. So all that bullshit about FBA's a hate group and FBA's this and that. No. FBA is real. And we got real brothers and sisters who hold it down. And that's what it's all about, and that's what we represent. And I just showed you a prime example of that, and the whole world heard it. You heard a real FBA on both sides. Me, myself, and I. All three of us. Speaking to a brother on the continent, and it was productive, there was mutual respect, and there was that brotherhood. So FBA, we say what we say, and we back that shit up. We say what we say, and we stand on it. We don't trip, we only keep it real. So when we come across another brother or sister from the continent who's a rider, we show them respect, and they show it right back. We only got problems with people who got problems with us. Anything other than that, there's a real brotherhood and a real sisterhood, because FBA, we always stay real because we've always been real and we're thorough. Receipts for days. Oh, I got them. Everybody who knows the Black Alpha Network, you know we cash race receipts all the time. If we speak it, we can show it, we can provide it. And that's exactly what we do all the time. So get used to it. There will be more race receipts coming. And every single one of them is only going to prove how authentic we are. Handle your nation, we've been handling ours. If you do that, we'll meet at the boss's table and get it. But anybody who violates has got to get G-checked. And they can't get mad at us for G-checking these foreign blacks when we check domestic blacks. They act like FBA don't be checking our own. Once again, we got terms for these folks. You know what I mean? So people get mad at us for checking the people in the diaspora all day long. Man, we check people right here. And I feel like this, had they been checking their own people, it wouldn't be our problem. So it just shows you the difference between codes, and it just shows you the difference in approach. Honestly, they got a lot of work to do to get on our level. Like I said, we're a miracle. We just so far ahead of a lot of shit. You know what I mean? But that's okay, because we wear that shit humbly and we wear that shit with pride. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? We represent. I'm gonna say this. We have all the right in the world to pop our own fucking collar. Y'all have heard me say this all the time. FBA is going to put in work, And we gonna have some fun too. We gonna have some goddamn fun because we deserve it and we've earned it. So there's no problem with us G-checking people. There's no problem with us making our reparations claim. And there's no problem with us shining in the meantime. Lineage-based. Shit, lineage-based shining. That's a whole different breed. Because that's what we are, a whole different breed. Yeah, so you damn right. That call was from Georgia to Ghana. From the United States all the way to Africa. We hold our shit down completely. But it shows you, if you on code, we got a whole army out here. A whole army. And that's why we say the code is the leader. Going back to what Neely Fuller was talking about. If you understand supremacy, how it is and how it works, then you're good. If you don't, everything else will only confuse you. It will only confuse you. The code, the B1 code, that crosses lines, that crosses counties, states, obviously it crosses oceans. It's everywhere where your mind is at. And if your mind is good and your mind is strong, then we working. If not, gotta get regulated. Gotta get regulated, and that's what we've been doing. We've been doing some serious regulation. Like I said, even words and terms ain't safe out here in these streets. FBA is on such a goddamn rampage, man. We out here checking slogans. Yes, everyone already knows that Barack Obama don't hold any weight. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. That shit's been out there. But yes, we can. That shit done got checked. I mean, there used to be a time when people would say, hey, what are you gonna do for the black community? He'd just say, yes, we can. Okay, but what you gonna do about black economics? Yes, we can. When you gonna write a law to help black folks specifically? Yes, we can. Education? Yes, we can. Housing? Yes, we can. Tangibles? Yes, we can. Resources? Yes, we can. Reparations? Yes, we can. Now it's, yes, nah. Sit your ass down. That's what happened. And it's a whole bunch of terms too. Terms that ain't never did nothing that we done got rid of. When was the last time you heard somebody say, it's getting better, y'all? Gone. When was the last time you heard somebody say, we've come such a long way? Gone. As a matter of fact, they did sing that little Ketanji Brown Jackson bullshit song, We Came a Long Way, and that shit got clout. And I think they took that shit off the internet. Hey, we roasted them so bad, they were embarrassed. They said, swipe that shit. So, yeah, I mean, you could say it, but that shit gonna last for about 3 seconds before your ass gets roasted and embarrassed. Obviously, they were embarrassed. So, when's the last time you heard that? When's the last time you heard we shall overcome? Ain't heard that shit. You love who you love. Ain't heard that shit. We already know they say first black, but we all know we replace that with black first. Yes, they say first black, we say black first. That's the difference between us. That's the difference between them. And that's the difference between being off code and on code. And ladies and gentlemen, family, brothers and sisters, we're definitely on code right now. And it's all time to shine. It is all time to shine. And speaking of first black, let me touch on that real quick, okay? The first black situation. Let's go to Atlanta, Georgia. Let's talk about this Young Thug situation and this RICO Act. Because I really want to touch on that. And here it is. We needed to talk about this anyway. I made a video called In-Laws. And I'm not talking about your relatives. Check that out. It's a crazy video. It's real good. We broke down a lot of things. We talk about how there's a designated set of laws for black people that no one else is subjected to. And there's something called formal and informal. Formal means it's written down on paper and everyone sees it. Informal means it isn't written down, but everyone understands. That's the way supremacy operates. They have a different set of laws that ain't on paper. You ain't gonna see it written in any book because they're slick enough not to put it in a book. But they all know it, understand it, and abide by it. I'm talking about from grandma to granddaughter, from grandson to granddad. They know it by the age of 5. They in preschool practicing these laws. Because remember and know one thing, they may grow up and get married, but supremacy is their first love. Yes, indeed. And this is what brought you this RICO Act.
Young Thug is scheduled to appear in court today in Georgia on gang-related charges. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, was one of 28 people named in an indictment in that state. He's charged with conspiracy to violate the state's RICO Act and participation in criminal street gang activity. The indictment also includes fellow rapper Gunna, whose real name is Sergio Giovanni Kitchens.
Yeah, the RICO Act, the racketeering, is basically a group of people that work together, conspire together to form a criminal enterprise. And it got to be multiple people, and they've got to be doing multiple different things to make a racketeering charge. And this particular racketeering charge, according to the Fulton County prosecutor, was vast. In fact, they listed 180 plus different acts that they allege that Young Thug and his other co-defendants were taking part in, all part of the YSL
cartel or young slime life group that he has accused of being part of.
Speaking of the RICO Act, let's talk about the lady that facilitated this case in Atlanta, Georgia. She's another one of these first blacks. The DA, Fonnie Willis. Yeah, does that name ring any bells? I'm asking. All the thoroughs, you know who this is and you know what I'm about to get to. All right? This is the same woman, okay? The same one that the entire police department endorsed her for her 2020 election bid. The whole entire police department. So flags going up. That's not one flag. Like, that's 100 flags at one time. There's a difference between one flag or 100 flags at one time. And she got 100 flags at one time. She's the lady that dismissed all the charges against the race soldier who harmed our brother Rayshard Brooks right outside of Atlanta. I want to say it was at a Wendy's. It was during the summer of 2020. Y'all remember the we got to get rid of Trump's summer? Only if we had Joe Biden summer? Yeah, during that time when you had Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and then our brother Rayshard Brooks was harmed clearly on camera. And the old prosecutor, Paul Howard, he was seeking the prosecution of everybody involved. He wanted your ass to get prosecuted if you watched the shit. And what happened? She slid in, got all those endorsements from the dominant societies. She came in and dropped all charges. Not some, not kinda, not a little bit. She dropped them all. She came through and did all of her first black duties. My people in the A, my people in Georgia, you know what I'm talking about. We all seen it play out. Everybody seen it play out. And we knew it was coming. So basically, the original prosecutor was going to prosecute a race soldier, and then the new prosecutor of First Black came in and not only stopped it, but ended up sending the guy back to his desk job. I think he got a promotion, probably got some cash payments for emotional distress, because you know, race soldiers always get their emotional distress after they're let off the hook. But he was let off the hook by her. Now, when you come to these rappers, she ain't got none of that same compassion at all. She had a press conference the other day. And in the press conference, she was talking about laying the law down. She didn't lay down the law on a race soldier. She didn't lay down the law on something that was clearly a crime, but she laid down the law about taking lyrics from a rap song and trying to apply it to a case. This is what you talk about. And speaking of RICO, the RICO Act has been around for 70 years. And there hasn't been one W supremacist group that has ever received a RICO case. More rappers in the last 5 years have received RICO cases than the dominant society has received in 70 years. Think about it. Every week you hear about a rapper that gets a RICO case. A rapper will take a picture with one guy he don't even know, and then somehow the rapper's getting locked up. That's what they do, because it's not about bringing down one or two at a time. It's so they can bring down 20. AKA, that's how they operate. That's how they work. This is how they came up with the RICO case. They say, hey, why go get one brother when we can get 7? Why go get 7 when we can go get 20? Why go get 20 when we can get 50? And then we don't actually have to pinpoint anything on them. Man, Young Thug's group is an actual record label with an LLC. This is an actual licensed company. These supremacist groups ain't licensed company, and they run around doing all types of crime. And you notice the W's in these groups never get charged with nothing? No, just like Tekashi 6ix9ine, all the brothers went to jail, he's still walking the streets. These dominant society groups, the Proud Boys, the Boogaloo Boys, MAGA, they're on camera broad daylight having protests breaking the law. We've seen the footage, and what are they getting? They're getting a supremacist slap on the wrist. Yeah, those people ran into the state capitol on January 6th on camera for the whole world to see. Slap, 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 slap on the wrist. None of those people did any time. They did like a couple months. And the only reason they did a couple months so they can just look good for the camera. That's it. Nobody did nothing. Rappers are catching RICO cases for crimes they didn't even commit, while the people who ran into the state capitol and did all types of things are sitting at home eating popcorn, watching sitcoms tonight. Once again, the RICO Act was not even developed for black folks, but it's like everything else. If it's good for everybody, it's bad for us. And if it's bad for everybody, it's worse for us. Think about this. They created affirmative action to help black folks. It ended up helping non-blacks. They created the RICO Act for non-black people, but it ended up being used against blacks. That's how shit goes down. That's why you got to stay on them. It's what I talk about with reparations. I'm going to jump on this and I'm going to jump right back off. Y'all know how we do. Let me slide. We talk about the reparations ops and how they're going to try to pass reparations for us, but it's going to go to everybody else. It's the same thing in reverse with the RICO Act. The RICO Act was instituted for non-black organized crime. And now, all of a sudden, that shit is for all black non-organized crime. It was made for non-black organized crime, and now it affects all black non-organized crime. What the fuck? This is why you gotta stay on it, because they'll flip this shit quick as fuck. This is called the in-laws, and we spoke about them. This is what they do. Talking about a fucking young slime game. You got these goddamn supremacist groups on camera throwing up signs, busting motherfuckers across the head, running up in state capitol buildings, federal buildings, walking around with tiki torches, plowing people, and ain't one motherfucking RICO case. Fuck a RICO case, they ain't got misdemeanors. We talking about a RICO case, racketeering. Fuck racketeering, they don't even get misdemeanors. Fuck felonies, misdemeanors don't even get dished out. When it comes to some fucking rappers, they just skip all of that. Casanova. He's another rapper. He caught a RICO case. Put it this way. Casanova and Young Thug have, those two men, Casanova and Young Thug, two rappers, have more RICO charges on the books in American history than any supremacist group that you can think of. Whoa, hold up. Black Alpha style. I told you how we do. When we start cooking, we frame it, we throw the car in reverse, and we run it back. Let me say that twice. Two rappers. And not Tupac, not Biggie, not Jay-Z, not Ice Cube, not even superstar rappers. Two regular rappers, Casanova XL and Young Thug, have more RICO cases than any supremacist group in American history. Not in the last 12 years, not in the last 20 years, not in the 2000s, not in the 90s, not in the 80s, not in the 70s. No, in American history, two black rappers have more RICO charges than any supremacist group of all time. Case closed. Hey, like I said, at this point, man, we giving out spoilers. Shit, we done moved on. We done graduated from receipts. We got spoilers now.
What I'll tell you is that as large as this indictment is, I told my team that let's not be sexy. Now, let's not overreach. Let's be conservative in our approach, which is always the approach that I take. And in taking that approach, 28 defendants were indicted, and they were indicted for the crimes that I believe were appropriate for this RICO indictment.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear how she's talking about, man, we not trying to get sexy now. We don't want a far reach. Far reach, the whole goddamn case is a far reach. The fact that they got to use rappers' lyrics is a far reach. That's basically saying, we can't even prove that you did it, but you said something we might think that you could have done it, so therefore we gonna charge you with the shit.
We'll ask on the different charges for the maximum penalties, and there's obviously many people that are looking at life under this indictment. You're absolutely right. These are serious times. They're serious allegations, and it is my opinion that violence in our community deserves maximum penalties.
No compassion, just hardline. Where was the hardline at when it came to them race soldiers that harmed Rashard Brooks? You wasn't hard with them. Now all of a sudden when it comes to some rappers and some black folk, you get real tough then. But there was no toughness when it came to letting them damn race soldiers off the hook. You didn't just let them off the hook. You like came and saved them. You know what I'm saying? You was Captain Save-A-Zaddy. And you flew the fuck in with your cape and said, all y'all go free. They went from freeing slaves to slaves freeing master. Ain't that something? But that's what she did, and that's her job. All these black faces in high places. Anybody who still falls for that is willingly falling for it, okay? You just straight up cooning at this point. That's what it is. All these black faces in high places, Ketanji Jackson, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, all their job is to do Zaddy's work. That's it, that's all. And we all know it. And that's exactly what she's doing. Her job is to come in and lock up black folks and let W race soldiers go. That's what it is. And if it wasn't for that, she wouldn't be there. They understand they can't always be the ones who free themselves because black folks will turn up. So they go hand select the black person to do the dirty work, and then they can say, see, one of y'all did it. One of y'all's first blacks. They always go get a black person to do their dirty work. They got a long gated history of this type of supremacist tactic. Go cut an Uncle Tom paycheck, go cut an Aunt Jemima paycheck, and then watch them go to work. I mean, this is literally a tactic going back to slavery. When the real brothers and sisters would stand on their own, they'd send in a coon. Bossa says it's time to pick the cottons. It ain't no different than somebody saying, Bossa says vote blues no matter whose. Anybody's but Trump's. It's the same exact thing. I don't give a fuck. You can connect the dots and you can draw the lines way the fuck back to slavery. The shit is just recycling and repeating itself. That's why I said you already know the destiny of a coon. A coon lives a worthless life. They're here, they serve master, they gone. That's it. No substance, no merit, no contribution, no value. A damn fly is more valuable than a coon. Guarantee you that. So first black, we reject it because it really just means bootlick. Anytime someone is proud or they walk around and say, I am the first black, they're just a bootlick. They bootlicking and proud. That's where they are in life. That's how low budget and low vibration they are. And you see it consistently over and over and over. Look at that guy in Kentucky, that Daniel Cameron guy. He was another district attorney. The guy who said he wasn't going to press charges on the people who harmed Breonna Taylor. Look at him. He's another blacks, and he ain't do shit. He's running for governor now, and he's the same guy. I don't give a damn if he's running for governor, senator, city council, city worker, sheriff. I don't give a damn what he's running for. He's always going to be a bootlick. And that is as high as he'll ever go in life. He's maxed out. He's literally maxed out at licking someone else's shoes. That's it. He'll never be nothing more. So look, it's the same exact thing. You got this guy who said he's not going to press charges on the people who harmed Breonna Taylor. And then the other district attorney, she just came in and saved the day. She dropped the charges. These are two first blacks. Ketanji Brown Jackson, what'd she do? She went against black workers when they had a case against Lockheed Martin. She went against them. Kamala Harris, another first black. She said, I ain't doing shit for black folks. She's another first black. Barack Obama did something literally for everybody in the country except for foundational black Americans. And he was another first black. So the first black hustle, the first black con game has been exposed, and anybody who's still falling for that shit and throwing plantation celebrations over that is a damn bootlick. So that means you have the bootlicks, and then you got the people that bootlick the bootlickers. Yes, and if that sounds fucked up, it's because it is. I told you, shameless. Ain't no value. They ain't got no damn value. What I say, they out here licking boots for motherfuckers that ain't even got boots on. You know that's sad. I told you, they breaking all types of records right now. And the reason they're cooning so hard is because we on code right now. Always remember, the more we get on code, the more the coons start cooning, the more the tap dancers start tap dancing, and more the bootlickers get the bootlicking. That's what happens when you're on code. It's a domino effect. Well, they all better keep doing that shit in overtime because we winning right now. We winning. Yes, indeed, all the way the fuck around. This is what happens when B1 Certified Black Society starts living the code. And we're living the code all day long. Because all that shit I just mentioned they're doing, it gets them nowhere. All they're doing is standing in place. They on the fucking treadmill. Running, but ain't going nowhere. That's why they're all being summoned to Zaddy's office. That's why they're all getting public wake-up calls. And that's why they're all getting race spankings. Every last one of them. They shook right now. We got them wobbling all over the fucking place because they want to know, why ain't that first black shit working anymore? Why does the new black media keep exposing this shit? Every time they say first black, we say hell nah. They try to feed us Ketanji Brown Jackson. New black media say hell nah. We exposed hers, non-FBA. Shout out to Kid Gravity. I know you were on that heavy, brother. Salute. They try to roll out Kamala Harris. New black media said hell nah. We exposed her record for locking up black folks in California. Specifically black women. This new White House press secretary, we said hell nah. And we said hell nah differently. Like that was a hell nah, like we don't give a fuck. Another non-story, another zero. So that's a new press secretary, hell nah. Vice president, hell nah. A Supreme Court justice, hell nah. A DA, hell nah. Another DA, hell nah. And since we're the generation that rendered Barack Obama irrelevant, then we're gonna go ahead for him and say hell nah. Damn, I love being FBA. Damn, I love being B1. Straight up, it's like my fucking favorite thing in the world. Favorite thing. We so influential. We run shit. We run the yard. Hey, we run places we ain't even been to. That's why everybody trying to act like us and dance like us. Motherfucker, you ain't been over here. The fuck you got your hat to the side for? The fuck you making soul music and R&B for? Motherfucker, you ain't Whitney Houston. You ain't Gladys Knight. You ain't Jasmine Sullivan. Fuck you making trap raps for? Motherfucker, you from Nigeria. The fuck out here. You got folks in Hong Kong making motherfucking raps like they from Chicago. Everybody want to be FBA. Everybody. And if they don't say it out loud, I'll say it for them. Fuck you making trap raps for? You better untrap your ass from the colonizer over there taking all your shit. You too worried about foundational black Americans. Your ass better focus. Breaking news, we ain't worried about you. None of y'all. God damn it. But yo, that's real. And we got to stay on this line, man. And we got to, like I say, pop our own collar. We got to celebrate ourselves. We got a whole goddamn planet that is lined up in line. I'm talking about in alphabetical order, just waiting to hate on us. So if everybody's going to hate you, then love you. That's one of my mottos, and I say it consistently. They ain't got to love us because we love us. They ain't got to like us because we like us. And they ain't got to come and try to join us because we already got each other. We got each other. You see my sister right here? You see my brother right there? We straight. Shit, better than perfect. Through everything we've been through, we still keep on influencing the world. I seen it with my own two eyes. FBA B1 Certified Black Society, you damn right, we're the vanguards. Which means We move, everyone else follows. Trust me when I tell you that shit, and I say it with conviction. And just to show you how influential we are, how everyone follows our lead, and how we set all the trends. Listen to this. This is the rapper Shine. Y'all remember Shine? Bad boy. He's a politician down in Belize. A lot of y'all familiar with that, and you already know. This is him talking about getting away from UK colonialism and getting up from underneath the stronghold that the United Kingdom has on his country. He's speaking about being sovereign and independent. And he also goes on to speak about reparations. Check it out.
You know, you have no affiliation with the United Kingdom and your former colonial masters.
So the country is already an independent country, but they were still kind of under the flag of
real mafia, criminal organization type mentality that, okay, I'll let you have the block, but still got to check in with.
Now, family, y'all know damn well. All that reparations talk, all that independent talk, who they get that from? Foundational Black Americans. Who was talking about reparations before us? Who was? Reparations didn't even come up 5 years ago. As soon as we talk reparations, everybody talk reparations. Soon as we talk tangibles, everybody talk tangibles. FBA said it, everyone else follows. That proves the point. Hey, and much love. Get your money. That's the thing. I'd rather have them getting reparations from the countries that oppose those wills upon them than worrying about our reparations. The problem is you got folks from Africa and from the Caribbean that don't want their own reparations, they want ours. These motherfuckers is trying to get our reparations instead of their own, even though they would qualify for reparations. But they don't really have that in them. This is what we're talking about. When we go in and we start cashing these race receipts, everybody gets mad. But you cannot get mad because every single thing that we say, we can point to. We can point to evidentiary facts to back up all our statements. These motherfuckers just talk and it's hollow, it's empty. They ain't got no merit behind it. Everything we say is of substance. We can point to every last word that come out our mouths and guarantee that shit's the truth. How do you know? Because you can touch, feel, and see it. We speak the tangible truth. So when we say these other motherfuckers follow behind us, and when we say everybody got a bone to pick with us and they got issues with us and they're trying to crowbar themselves onto us, look, man, these motherfuckers is out here trying to get reparations that belong to other people who deserve reparations. Think about that. Think about how twisted that logic is. Instead of getting reparations from the United Kingdom that owes them reparations, they would rather steal the reparations off the plates of other victims of slavery. Think about that. They don't go after the colonizer from slavery. They go after other victims of slavery. So they don't want the check that the UK gives them. They want our check that we fought for. That's some sad fucking logic. And that's the same thing that's going on over in Africa. Instead of them getting their own reparations, they'd rather just take the reparations from us. So basically, they don't want to go after Massive for their money. They want to come after us for our money. Come on now. Come on. But hey, with that said, salute to Shine because he's really out there trying to push forward and he's actually speaking on it, which is something most of them don't do anyway. Because it's real. Let me ask you this. Do you hear these other groups talk about their own reparations claims or our reparations claims? Do you hear these other groups talk about getting their own reparations check or do they talk about our reparations check? Why the fuck are you talking about our reparations more than your own? You feel me? That's like you talking about the neighbor's light bill and not paying your own lights. Or you talking about your neighbor's water bill while your shit getting cut off. You asking what the neighbors got for dinner instead of looking at your own plate. That's the shit. Everybody wants to eat off our plate. That's what we talk about. That's what we talk about. And if you spent as much time worrying about your own shit instead of worrying about our shit, you might be somewhere. You might be somewhere. But I salute Brother Shine for what he's doing. And let's not get it twisted. Though Shine is non-FBA, though Shine is from Belize, Shine grew up in Brooklyn, okay? Shine grew up in the United States of America. So where do you think all of that energy of pushing for it? I'm not surprised that it took a guy who has a strong FBA background to go down there and push reparations. I'm not surprised that it took someone who grew up in the United States to say more and speak more about reparations than anybody down there. One guy has said more about reparations than millions of them And that one guy just so happens to grown up in foundational Black America. It's that FBA energy again. Hey, that's a motherfucking race receipt. Hold on, let me stop. That is a motherfucking race receipt. Come on, we just sat here and pointed out that nobody makes moves on reparations. These people do not push for their own reparations. It's a non-issue, non-factor, they don't give a fuck. But the one guy who does grew up here, man, that's FBA all day. That's our influence, man. Either we're going to influence your ass from afar, or you're going to come over here, get a dosage of what we taught, and you're going to take it with you. Either way, FBA all day. And that's the difference with us. We're a rare breed. You can point to every single aspect, and you see that we're completely separate from every other melanated group on this planet. I don't give a fuck. People can say that sound like whatever the fuck they feel it sound like, but that's the truth I stand on. Yes, indeed. So if you feel that hurts your feelings, or you feel that upset you and you don't like what I said, then you come on over here to Foundational Black America and take your motherfucking words up with us. But we gonna stand on that because we know that's exactly what we are, and that's exactly what we've created. Winners. So don't get mad at us for being different, because we different in all the good ways. Be one. Oh, by the way, since we talking about bootlickers, we got to talk about this shit Jay-Z's doing. Oh, hey, we gonna say it because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. We ain't giving out no celebrity passes. We ain't giving out no celebrity red carpet treatment. Take your ass to the Oscars if you want that shit, okay? Right here on the Black Alpha Network, you off code, your ass is getting regulated. And we gonna do some roasting right now because they got this little thing, you know, the midterms coming around. And Jay-Z, he likes to play that little middle ground where he tries to do little things that look pro-black, but behind the scenes, he's doing all types of cooning. Jay-Z's got this thing. It's coming out right now. Some committee or some type of fucking group. It's the United Justice Coalition. And I'm telling y'all right now, this shit is Black Lives Matter all day. All fucking day long. And it's no coincidence that it's coming out right around the time for the midterms. Because anytime the Democrats are in trouble, and they're in trouble right now, they go pick out their favorite rapper. Don't they? Don't they? Every time the Democrats are in trouble, they say, get Jay-Z on the phone, get Lil Wayne on the phone, get Pookie Loke on the phone, get MC Butterbiscuit on the phone, whoever they can find. They go search for the nearest rapper they can get, and they got him on payroll, they got him on speed dial. So Jay-Z's coming around right now with his little fucking group, and by the way, we're gonna get more to it. Check out my next episode, Calling Out Names. We're gonna touch on all that. But right now, we're gonna roast a little bit here, because we got time, and we got all the time in the world. See, we living right now, we on code. I'm telling you, the code is the leader. And Certified Black Society is leading the whole charge. This is the B1 era. We're in charge. And since we're in charge, everyone is on their right page, everyone's on their right mind, and the new black media has been calling out the Democrats. No tangibles, no vote. Reparations or resign. We telling them, man, fuck your Crown Act, fuck your Coonteeth, fuck your crack pipes, fuck all those little dusty ass things that you're trying to give us, all those little trinkets. We ain't want none of that. We want everything that we deserve. And if you do not get it, you will not get no vote. Don't even think about our vote, okay? Jay-Z, you get him on the phone. I don't give a fuck if you go out to brunch with him. Your ass ain't getting the FBA vote. And that's got the Democrats shook. And that's the core of everything that's going on right now, is that the Democrats ain't getting nada, nothing. And they're real shook, and they bring out Jay-Z. Thing is, this ain't 7 years ago. This ain't 17 years ago. That shit ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna motherfucking work. And what are foundational Black Americans doing? We rejecting that shit. Yeah, the same way we rejected Democrats, Joe Biden, all the first blacks, all the bootlicks, is the same way we rejecting Jay-Z in the celebrity game. We're the ones running around here saying celebrities are not the leader. All that shit where we snuggling up behind celebrities and we judging our life off celebrity relationships and we care what celebrities say and we look around all the people with sense and pick our favorite rapper or our favorite actor or our favorite dancer or favorite singer. Them days are done. Notice to everyone, if you think a fucking celebrity is going to move the needle for foundational Black Americans and we gonna go for that bullshit, you better sit your ass down. You got it twisted. This ain't yesterday. This ain't the day before yesterday. This right now. This is B1 season. This is certified era. We make the rules around here, and the rules are not following behind any motherfucker they put in front of us. All right? Jay-Z is not gonna make us come up off of reparations, just to let the world know. Jay-Z is not gonna make us come up off of tangibles, just to let the world know. Jay-Z is not gonna make us vote blue no matter who, just to let the world know. And there ain't another rapper, singer, dancer, actor out there that's gonna achieve that shit either. This is all about us. So the Democrats being shook, the Democrats coming unglued, and the Democrats flat out being scared of foundational Black Americans, That's what's here, that's what's live, and it's all because of us. And why is it that way? It's because we're on code, we stay on code, and we live in the code. Thorough, all the time, and direct. I said we was gonna be direct today, and we're gonna continue to keep on pushing that line. So make sure you subscribe to all the new black media. All the new black media. You know who they are, you know their faces. Make sure if you see that new black media, you subscribe, because this is where the real lives. This is where the code is at. We live in the code. 24/7, 365. Don't blink. Don't blink, you might miss something. It's going that fast. All of us, the whole family, we moving as one. I love being us, man. We dope as fuck in real life. They out here hiding behind everything they can hide behind. They hide behind walls. They hide behind computer screens. They hide behind badges. We don't hide behind shit. If you see FBA, we're direct, straight down the middle. You know what we coming for. You know what we represent. We don't mix words, twist words. We say everything straight to the point so we can get to the point. You feel me? Hey, we stay ready so we ain't got to get ready. FBA don't play. B1 from day one and certified all the time. We as real as it get. So yeah, you guys stay vigilant, keep your eyes open and stay laser focused. Everybody hold each other down, because this is gonna be a real long summer, but it's still gonna be certified season, and they cannot stop that no matter what. Watch your surroundings and everybody stay locked in. So all my freedmens, my certifieds, my FBAs, keep on handling your business and keep on getting it up. I'm seeing brothers and sisters getting their self-defense game up. I'm seeing brothers and sisters putting their kids on game. I'm seeing brothers and sisters lining up and just looking after each other. That's how you do it in an anti-black race war. This ain't no pillow fight. And I'm gonna tell you, like I told all my brothers the other day, when you need me, hit me up, I'll be there. I'm rocking with you. It don't matter. We need to come through for each other and let each other know when they mess with one of us, they messing with all of us. I like that. But yo, I'm gonna roll out. I appreciate everybody's time. It was good talking to you. This right here was one of my favorite episodes, and you know there's more to come, because we gonna keep on bringing that heat, BAN, Black Alpha Network style. Subscribe to the channel, by the way. I appreciate it. I also appreciate everybody who sent me those salutes. I salute you right back. And everyone that told me they love me, I love you right back, and you know that. I'm super passionate about our community. I'm super passionate about foundationals, about certifieds. I'm super passionate about the B1 Brigade, and it's always gonna be that way. That's one thing about right here, Black Alpha Network, BAN. We will always stay true. We're gonna always stay authentic, and we're gonna always be real to ourselves. We ain't trying to have a seat at nobody's table, because we got our own table, the boss's table. We ain't trying to knock on nobody's door to come in. We got our own house. We ain't trying to integrate because we already great, and we ain't worried about being first black because we black first. And that's why I say we a whole different breed on this side. The dominant society, all their minions, their coons, their coonettes, they can do every single thing they want to downplay this anti-black racism, to downplay this anti-black war. The whole goddamn world can downplay it. But us B1s, we gonna stay on it, we gonna stay with it, we gonna stay focused, and we gonna stay winning, because that's all we do, and that's all we know how to do. Yes. So you guys stay good, stay healthy, stay focused, get money, get paid, take care of your own, hold each other down, and I will see you all on the other side right here on the Certifieds. Yes, indeed. Black Alpha 6, sending y'all B1 salutes. And remember, black is beautiful, and beautiful is black. One love.